Did you know that there are different racing wheelchair body types for different athlete body types? Which one's best for you? Let me help you with that. Hello there, Errol Jones with Wheels of Fire Wheelchair Racing. Today we wanted to talk to you guys about different racing chair cage types. So if you look at a racing wheelchair, you can pretty much divide it into two sections. You got the main body of the chair, and then you also have the back here where you sit, which is also called the cage. We wanted to bring in an expert for that. So we have with us here today Krige Schabort, who is a multi-time Paralympian and Paralympic medalist. He's with Able Sport, and he also works with Top End Racing Wheelchairs as the team lead for sponsored athletes.
Okay, Ariel, yeah, we got the three different styles here. Let's start with the U-cage. So why do you call this the U-cage? As you can see here, that is in the shape of a U. Another thing about the U-cage, a lot of people they call it the kneeler, because you are in a kneeling position. So when you get in this, you basically have your feet slide down all the way to behind the axle point, and your knees will be resting on this point here on the U, and your chest will be on your knees. So who's going to sit in this chair? It will basically be guys that can fold their knees or their feet all the way under their back. So they can sit comfortably down in that position for quite a long time. If you cannot bend your knees, this is not going to work for you. Or for an amputee like me, it will be way too uncomfortable. So yeah, that's the guys that are going to sit in this, paras and quads in some cases as well. That's their style here. So the benefit of U-cage is this cage is actually the most effective cage of all the cages out there. One of the reasons are you are sitting so locked in with your knees down underneath you, your feet down underneath you. It's a very tight position, and you get in the chair and you feel like you get one with the chair because everything is so bundled up. The other reason is when you sit in this position with your feet all the way slanted back, it's a very aerodynamic position as well. The airflow is under you and it doesn't have to go around your legs. So those two reasons make it really a good way for you if you can sit in this chair. Okay, so our second cage here is the V cage. So guys, the same reason as the U cage. If you look at from the front, it makes a V. These kind of cages are from long ago. These are one of the first types of cages. And because long ago athletes used to sit with their feet down. So you're going to sit with this in this frame with your feet all the way down here, and your knees will be in between the V here, and you're just going to sit like you sit on a regular chair, basically. The other way you can also sit in this chair is, you can also sit almost like a kneeling position in this chair, but then you use a different upholstery on it. These kind of frames you can almost adapt in any style. Any athlete can sit in this. But what kind of guys are you going to use it? It will mostly be athletes that cannot use or cannot bend their legs all the way down like you would sit in the kneeling position. The pros, of course, of this chair is definitely it's very versatile. Anyone can use it. These chairs are made, for many, many years. And it's probably still the king out there because so many people can use it. All right, here we go. Next one is the I cage. Why is this the I cage? Again, it doesn't look like the V or a U. So there's an I here, but this is a little bit of an adaptive I cage. So it's not your total I cage. Of course, you can see with the I cage, usually there's no clutter anywhere in front here. It's nice and clean. I cage typically is just like a regular chair that you're going to sit around the table. It's got just a flat seating area. You know, I sit in this chair like I would sit in my everyday chair almost, or just on the floor. But because I don't have the balance, I need that flat surface under me. A lot of times people that sit in the iCage also like to use straps around their waist, and I can just point out this is a strap system, adaptive strap system. Because I don't have that big flat surface of my legs under me, I need these belts to keep me in. So who's going to use an iCage? Mostly an iCage would be for guys that's bilateral amputees like myself now. The iCage is I would say is the most uncommon frame to use. It's not something you're going to see of on the track of 50 athletes. Maybe 5% might be on the iCage. iCage is a great development, and it's really for that one specific group, like the amputees.
Well, thank you very much, Krige. We really appreciate you bringing your expertise. So just to sum up, there are 3 different cage types for racing wheelchairs. You've got the U cage, the V cage, and the I cage, and each of those is named that because of the shape whenever you look at the front of the chair. And it also depends on what your disability is as to which type of chair you're going to be using. Comment down below. Maybe there's a cage type that you've seen here that you have learned about. Maybe you're a double amputee and you didn't know that the I cage was out there. Let us know. We want to know if our content is helpful to you. Also, please, if you want to help our channel out, subscribe to the channel. That way we are able to get our numbers up so that we have more visibility for people who need this. Also, if you're already subscribed, please like the video. We really appreciate it. So this is Errol Jones with Wheels of Fire. Keep them rolling. What are you doing? Had you not subscribed?